everyone, and welcome to the Thoughts in Motion podcast. I'm your host, Tamaryn Nicholson, and this episode is the first episode, so it'll be an introductory episode, just introducing myself, introducing the podcast, what it's about, what it means, what you can expect over the next few episodes, etc. Okay, so basically, Thoughts in Motion and the name, it is based off of the idea that the motion of your thoughts create your reality. So, what reality would you like to create? It is based off of the proverb, for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. It's Proverbs 23, verse 7. And I'll get more into what the basis of this is in terms of introducing scripture. But it's a way of pondering on the question of what reality would you like to create? Okay. So, in terms of the essence of this podcast, it is not a solely Christian based podcast. I am Christian, so naturally, those thoughts and ideas and concepts will filter into the podcast and certain messages we have, and some of our guests will be Christian. But I'm hoping that one day we'll also have people from different cultures, different perspectives, different religions as well, to get their perspective as well. It's just to create an open space of how our thoughts have led us to where we are and what our background is. So, Thoughts in Motion is a podcast that delves into the profound connection between our thoughts and our reality and what we create through those realities. It is based off of my personal journey. I am a very inquisitive person, and I really do believe that our thoughts play a pivotal role in how we shape those thoughts and the perspectives we have. We're going to explore themes of faith, mental health, psychology, personal growth, and how these lead to your success or different guest success, or just things that have helped me as well. I really want to open up the conversation for difference in viewpoints. I really want it to be a safe space where people can ask their questions and, just explore their minds a little bit and the minds of other people. I'm very passionate about growth, self-development, just being the best version of yourself and living life to the absolute fullest. That doesn't necessarily mean going skydiving or bungee jumping, but it's more like, are you living each day towards the life that you want to create, and also maybe what you believe your purpose is, and making sure that fear and doubts or belief systems aren't limiting you. So, a little bit of background on me and who I am. I would say I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business. It's a PR agency, and I work with a lot of different companies as well. I'm contracted to them as well, which I love. I love that every day is different for me, and I truly, truly believe that I found something I absolutely love doing, which is publicity and marketing, and I'm working in the entertainment space, but also the luxury lifestyle space. My agency is growing really nicely, and I'm really excited to work with the people that I work with, but also through TPW and other experiences I also get to work on really cool projects there too, which I'm so grateful for. I'm also a singer-songwriter, so I've been singing since as long as I could remember, and I also used to dance Latin American, but it was always a battle between the two. As you can see, I always like to dabble into a lot of things, which is something that I'm trying to focus on, or just navigate better or more constructively. I've released some music under a different name, and then I realized that with the name that God has given me, it means certain things, which maybe we'll touch on at another point, because I do think that names have a pivotal role in our life and our destiny and all sorts of things, but not to be defined by something negative as well. I just felt like, okay, I started my last artist name because I felt like Tamaryn wasn't good enough, and I had to create this alter ego in order to show up. And then just over the years and things that I've learned, I've realized that God made me the way I am, and Tamaryn is more than enough. So now it's also allowed me to not hold back certain parts of my personality, which I am starting to unravel and, unlayer. I'm working with an amazing producer, and we're writing together, and I didn't really believe in my songwriting abilities, but he's pushed me. So now we're in the process of writing a whole bunch of songs, which eventually will be released, but is also another topic we'll get into. So I'm a singer-songwriter. I was a dancer. I'm very passionate about self-development, as I said, and I'm very interested in psychology and how minds work. I love what I do for a living, but also I love that I pursue different passions and different ideas. I'm very passionate about my friends and having good friendships and relationships in general. I think that that is such a catalyst to how peaceful your life is. I've learned to put in boundaries, which is also things we'll discuss as we go. I am very intrigued and interested in theology. And I never used to. I never used to even open up the Bible. Now I find it so interesting, and I really believe it is a living word in the sense that it grows and it expands. I think it's a very cool resource, just to put it plain and simply. So those elements will filter in, but my aim is to communicate it in a way that is understandable, relatable, but without losing the essence of biblical context and Christian viewpoints. I don't want to change the Bible, but just maybe make it a little bit more easy to understand. I am single and happily single. There were times when I wasn't. There were times when I was a serial dater. I haven't always had the healthiest relationships, friendships, relationships in general. So I pride myself on, really working on those. But we'll again get into that. The next episode will be my testimony, or part 2 of this episode. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I live in Johannesburg, South Africa. I absolutely love traveling so much. Love traveling. I love nature. I'm a little bit adventurous, which is a surprise to myself because I always thought I was a bit of a scaredy cat, but I'm still very scared of heights. I like to be active. I pursue health in different ways. I'm not always getting it right. I have a huge sweet tooth. Yeah. So that's me in a nutshell. Okay, so I want to just talk about these cards quickly. They're I'm going to be using each episode, either with a partner or an interviewer, a guest, sorry, or just for me and myself, and you guys, just to maybe either ask yourself the question or just yeah, provoke some thought. I will eventually be selling them, and they are going to be thought prompts, thought prompters, thought prompts, thought prompts, conversation prompts, journal prompts. There'll be different series, but yeah, I just wanted to introduce these. I love them. I think they're so much fun. They're so nice to do with friends, or I think on a date, or with your family, or even within a company, just to get to know each other a little bit better, because I think our perspectives and our life experiences also impact our relationships, and understanding maybe where someone comes from or where they think, or the way that they think, might help us just navigate our relationship with them a little bit better. The first question is, I've just pulled a random one and I'll answer this for you guys, and then I'd like for you to answer it as well. Maybe if you're comfortable, put a little bit of information in the comment section. So the first question, or one of the questions, are: do you feel like you are using all of the talents God has given you this year? I am trying. I'm doing my absolute best to. I believe that God gives us so many gifts and we're so blessed. Some of the gifts that I would say is communication. I've definitely learned to, what's the word, mold or better my communication skills. So I think that God has helped me with communication, which has definitely shown up in my work and what I'm doing here and just with my relationships. So definitely refining that one. Singing, I work on that as much as possible, as much as my energy and schedule allows, but I'm definitely not putting on the back burner. I do need to refine that, not only the skill, but also the way I'm navigating that and where that's going. What are my other skills? Kindness. I think that that's a gift. Definitely learning to refine that as well. So I am refining them in order to use them more proficiently. So yeah, that is the first episode of the Thoughts in Motion podcast. We are at the beautiful Cradle Boutique Hotel. They have been so kind to let me film here. It's such a beautiful, what's the word? Sanctuary. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to turn that into an adjective. But it's so quiet out here and it's so beautiful. So if you are looking for a little bit of a staycation, if you live in Johannesburg, but if you live across South Africa, or even internationally, this is definitely a spot that is special. So thank you so much to Cradle Boutique Hotel for letting me film here. And I look forward to seeing you in part 2, which is where I give you a little bit of my testimony.